Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Mr. Levine, you got here before me. What? You are ready. Outstanding. All right. I'm also waiting for my co-host to can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, I know Women's Month already ended in March, but I just love this spring color back here that's happening. So, yeah. Thank you so much. I'm waiting for my co-host to. Yeah, I brought him up, Ayana. I brought him up because I was like, oh, he's not gonna outshine me. He's not gonna outshine me. We're gonna be together. You ain't come up here first. We're gonna go up here together. Okay. Yeah, so that's I brought him up because I'm like, you can come up. Nope. We can go up here together. No co-host. Okay. All righty. How you doing, Mr. Levine?
I'm good. How are you?
That's good. That's good. I'm doing great. Fighting with allergies. I don't know how it is over there in Missouri, but here in North Carolina, it's the devil. It's the devil.
It's raining today, so.
You lucky because now you get to rinse all that, but still it gets to rise. So yeah, you can't win for can't win anything, can you?
No.
All right, so let's just get this thing started. Shout out to my book. Oh, that's your bookshelf?
Yeah. That's my wife.
Hi, Julie. Hi. Can Julie come up for a little bit? Can you bring up Julie? Can you bring up Julie for a little bit? I know it's the first time I've ever done this, but can we bring up Julie Levine,
She's at work. I
please?
have absolutely no idea.
Uh, yeah, we're gonna bring her up for just for a tad bit. Uh, thank you. Oh, you said at work. Oh, okay, because I want you to show off your beautiful bookcase right there. So, Mr. Levine, can you just move over? Just yeah, look at that bookshelf right there. All right, Mr. Levine, get back in the camera. Yes, that is a beautiful bookshelf. Beautiful. I love those type of bookshelves that are I don't know if you've seen them on Temu, but it's kind of like a wavy, but it's a corner bookshelf. So yeah, I like that fancy stuff. So that's awesome. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. Um, our Vote Counts, which is a nonpartisan coalition of citizens from diverse states and backgrounds, united by a shared commitment to empowering voters and promoting candidates who stand for integrity, like Mr. Levine here, inclusion and accountability in the upcoming elections, formed by collective of educators, veterans like myself, small business owners, students, and community advocates. Our Vote Counts represents the strength and unity across geography, race, and ideology. Ooh, tongue-tied. While our stories are different, our mission is the same: to ensure that every voice is heard and every vote truly counts. That's what matters right now this year in 2026. So I'm going to give you a pop quiz, Mr. Levine.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening in 2026? Nationwide. What's happening in 2026?
We're flipping blue nationwide.
Boom! Yes, you got that pop quiz right there. Yes. He get a gold star. Everybody give him a gold star in the chat. He got it down. He know what he's here for. So, Ms. Levine, in Missouri, I call it misery because I've heard like a lot of things happening not so good in Missouri. There are some things that are good, but it's like mostly things that are going down. But before we get there, I'm gonna do this icebreaker thing so we can get you all comfortable here. Um, how old are you again? You don't mind?
37.
Okay, you can. Okay. So, what was your favorite cartoon when you were little? When you
My
were a kid?
favorite cartoon? I have so many.
Your top. What? One of your top fives. One of your top fives.
One of my top fives, Rugrats.
Rugrats. Okay. So, why do you like Rugrats? And does that feeling still sit there at times? And does it even influence what you're doing for office? Who's your favorite character
Um,
on Rugrats, should I say?
Tommy Pickles.
Okay. So with Tommy Pickles, how does he influence you
He was the
today?
leader.
He was a leader.
He was the leader of the group. He came up with all the plans.
He did. He did. I missed that cartoon. I missed that
Yes.
cartoon. I do. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I remember, yeah. Yes, Misty, everybody loved Tommy. Yes, absolutely. So let's talk about you for a second before we get into that first question I had about Missouri. So Matt Levine is 36 years old, graduated from University of Maine with a BA in mathematics. He's smart, y'all. He's smart. You can count. Grand Canyon University with it's a medical degree or MED,
Masters of Education.
Master of Education, and Secondary Education, and Southern New Hampshire, Hampshire University with MS in Accounting and Finance. A
Yep.
promisorian, former educator in the special needs program, we need that, accountant, and currently a lead transportation security officer with the TSA. We put a pin in that because we want to talk about that too. So Matt helps protect travelers across our great nation and now stepping up to protect something even bigger, our future. And by reading your biography, wow, that says a lot right there. If I was in Missouri, I would vote for you even though I don't know you yet. But just by this here, your resume, yeah, it's good. So tell us some more about Mr. Matthew Levine, aka Tommy Pickles. Tell me more about him.
Well, like you said, I'm 37. I grew up in New England, moved out here to be in a school, worked with kids with special needs. I still substitute on my off days from the airport. So I'm not really a former educator. I'm a former full-time educator.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we have somebody in the chat says definitely Tommy Pickles.
Pino saying?
I guess that's how you say
Yeah,
his
that's
name.
my campaign manager.
Oh wow. Okay, so he knows. He knows.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he does. So yeah, lost train of thought. I grew up playing baseball. Played 4 years through college. While I was in college, I was for 2 years in the college senate there.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
running some sort of campaign is not new to me. It's just new for the stage that I'm doing it on.
Gotcha. Yeah, because you on a big stage this time. Everybody's
Yeah.
going to have a chance to see you and see how you do, and also grade you more. People being graded like microscopic graded now since they seeing what's going on and want to make sure you are you. You are definitely who you represent. Like, the things that we're going to talk about, these different subjects we have. I think it's around like 6 subjects we're going to deal around. I may ask you 2 or more questions, or maybe 1, just depending on the time. And then we're going to do some rapid fire political in the middle. And at the end, we're going to do some rapid fire, that's fun. So there are some people that I personally know who is from Missouri, so you need to represent well, Mr. Levine. You need to represent well. We are depending on you. We do not want you to get booed on stage on the OVC Town Hall. We want you to represent. So, your incumbent is Sam Graves, correct? Was a Republican.
Unfortunately, he's retiring. He's retiring, so not unfortunately.
I heard.
This is good news for all of us.
I heard. So the counties, you have it's like the northern portion of Kansas City metropolitan area.
Mm-hmm.
When you're representing in like city
northern
of
Kansas City, it goes all the way up and then all the way across. It's like 30. God, yeah, it's the biggest top section of Missouri.
So that's like over like 25 counties then.
North of.
So kind of like over like 20.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
I want to say it's like 32.
It's a lot. When I look at the list, I'm like, I'm not listing all these counties. It's a lot of counties you're representing. So your population is 788,896. You have 86% white, 4% black, 1% Asian, 4% Hispanic, and others is 2%. The minimum wage is $12.30 there in that state. And the median house income is $75,637 for the median. Okay, so I hate to say it, but it sounds red to me. It sounds like
yes, unfortunately
it sounds red to me. So
it used to be blue.
Right. So going into this, what happened? Like, why is Missouri such a page turner? One way it's doing great, one way it's doing, and the next thing it's like falling off the map. So why is Missouri going through all these changes?
I wish I could tell you. You know, when you have one party that is a super majority, they just want to control the narrative. They want what's best for them, and they don't care about anybody else. And you can see that with how we voted in November, and then they just turn it away. They're like, nope. Even though you voted for this, we don't believe in it, so we're gonna veto it and put it back on the ballot. And it's like, that's not a democracy.
Right. And the thing is crazy is that the first term of the president that we have now, it should have showed what the second one is going to be. And he actually said it's going to be the revenge tour, I call it. And I don't know why they took it as a joke. And why are they satisfied? Why are they satisfied doing it again? Like the sequel, like a movie. You watching this movie, you see the stabber coming out, the poker coming out, and chase this person up the dang on stairs. Okay, and you're like, no, he's behind you, and they stop, and we're like, he's behind you, and they looking to the right, they looking to the left. He is behind you, and they stay there. And this is how it feels right now. It feels like we are in a horror flick, and we telling the people, don't open up that door. Do not open up that door. And you always get that dumb person that opens up the dang on door. So I just don't get it. Like, what is in the water? What is in the air? Maybe you have the answer. I try to find it. I don't know. What the answer?
I don't know. All I know is people here want change, and so that's what we're fighting for, and that's what we're gonna keep pushing. We're fighting for change. Sam Graves was, a farmer, a business owner. 33% of Congress is business owners, and you can tell by their voting record. And the change is putting somebody that doesn't have any personal interest, personal gains,
Mhm.
and that we're here for the people.
And you said they ready for a change. Are they sure? And what kind of change are they ready for? Are they ready to go back to the way it was when it was normal, when we had a normal, boring administration? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was, looking back at it now, it was great because even though it was boring, even though there was stuff going on, but it wasn't like everybody in, tuning into the media, tuning into this person, tuning into that person. It was like everybody's trying to catch up. So I wanted people seeing right now, like, look, we were better off where it was boring, and
Right.
everybody was just not saying that it was easy. It wasn't easy. It was hard because we went through that process the first time. But now it's like they just pumped like a bunch of roids in people, and it just went berserk. So yes, Pino,
It's
yes,
crazy
already
right
some
now.
red states, yes, they're turning blue, and I hope they learn. Do you think they learn, Miss Levine?
I hope they've learned, especially with everything that you see on the news and here and what happened in Minnesota. It's terrible.
Absolutely. So we're gonna go on to education. And I looked at your campaign site, and I love how you had everything sectioned off and your true field of education. You support free breakfast and lunch for all students, regardless of income, to assure every student grows with a healthy lifestyle. How would you fund that at the federal level? And how will you ensure schools provide healthy, nutritious meals, not just more meals like, cinnamon buns, all that other crazy stuff, that they have?
So I know the USDA funded for child nutrition. I want to say it was like 375 billion, something like that. And that's great. We need to, unfortunately, I feel we need to up that so that these kids, aren't going to school hungry, which I've seen, working with kids with special needs. Some of those parents, they can't afford it.
Right.
And so the school that I work in, they gave kids in the low income families free lunches. And they have their own nutrition program where you need to get a fruit, you need to get a vegetable, you need to get milk or juice. And I think that's absolutely wonderful. Kids can't learn on an empty stomach. I learned that the hard way. I tried it.
Right.
Every once in a while, I fast and my brain just shuts down. Kids younger than me, it's worse.
Especially nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I would put out I would attempt to put out a bill, trying to get more funding for the USDA for all 50 states. So
Absolutely.
that we can feed everybody that can't afford it.
I wonder why it became such an issue for to not give out free lunches. Like, these are kids. Like, why is that an issue?
Because they like to pocket money. They don't want to give out anything free. They think you have to earn it. And that's what I see with a lot of the red politicians is you have to earn your hard share. And it's like, no, not always. If you're coming to school, you're right there. You're showing that you're trying to do better. It's not just getting free lunches just because.
I
And
mean, these
so
kids.
why
Oh,
go ahead.
no, you go ahead because it's like you're kind of lagging. I don't know if I'm lagging or you're lagging because I'm thinking that you finished, but you're still talking. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't even know what I was gonna say now.
No, you were saying about the kids they're pocketing money. The reason when I asked you like why such an issue, and you're like they want to pocket money, they want you to earn it, and I'm like, well, for kids because you're in school. Were they in school for like 8 hours or so?
Yeah. 8 hours, 5 days a week. Some schools do 4 days a week, but it's a lot of schooling. It takes a lot of toll on your brain, and you need the nutrition. The nutrition is what helps you do better.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's
So I don't know why there's such an issue with giving kids free lunches or free breakfast. They deserve the food. They
exactly,
deserve to learn and do and help the world. We mold these kids to be better citizens.
absolutely. Well, they could have used that lobster and steaks and all that other great stuff they had
That the
ordered.
military's getting.
Yeah, and I'm a veteran. I'm a disabled veteran, and to hear that the Pentagon got that, I'm like, well, you could have gave that to the kids, and if they don't want lobster. Hey, you want some Cheerios? You want some Honey Nut Cheerios? If you got some Honey Nut Cheerios, you want this, that, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, they had all that money for that. Then they have money to feed our kids. Point blank, period. Like, I mean, what's so hard about that? These are babies. I mean, they wouldn't want to see their babies starve.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
They
mean,
I want to give the money to the people. Feed the kids, whether they're elementary school, high school, college. Feed them. Let them learn. Let them grow, and they'll be great citizens. They'll actually go out and vote for me.
absolutely. And if I was like 7, I'm like, yeah, Mr. Levine want to feed me so I can learn. Yes, I vote, even though I wouldn't be of age to vote. But yes. So I was really shocked about this here. About 1 in 3 undergrads receive Pell Grants, which includes
Okay. Yep.
10,235 Missourians. And you stated Republicans' cuts to education would jeopardize the future of students who use Pell Grants to help afford their education. So, how much will you, Mr. Levine, increase Pell Grant funding? And beyond Pell Grants, what's your plan to lower the actual cost of college?
That's actually a really good question. College right now is really expensive. Obviously, depending on which college you go to, there are other colleges like Harvard and all that are more expensive than like community colleges. But what we really need to do is find a way to do like reimbursement. So Biden tried to and then got shut down by the Supreme Court. And I know there's an educator reimbursement. If you're a teacher for X amount of years, then you can get X amount of dollars reimbursed. I think that should be not just for educators, but for anybody that works, in the military, education, even in some sort of government work. Put the money back into the economy. That's what's going to help our economy. And I know we gotta decrease the APR. I mean, they're ridiculous. I want to say it's like some are like 7 and 8%. I don't even know what my wife's is. I think hers is like 6.8. It's high.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
And
And
for
then we
those who don't
can
know for those who don't know what APR is, annual percentage rate is
yes.
yeah. Look at your credit card.
Yeah. There you go. Yes. So if you're spending $100-something thousand on school loans at a 6%, you're gonna be, it's like 30 years until you pay that off, if not more.
Whew, I took advantage of because my husband's still in the military. He's gonna retire this year in Lord's will. And I think I want to say like 3 years ago, where the forgiving college loans, and mine's happened to be forgiven, because it was like $60,000, and I went to 2 schools, so I have 2 degrees, and I'm like, man, and seeing how everything is now with this guy in the office, and everything just went skywalk. I mean, I wouldn't even call it inflation. It's just like kaboom. This is just it's just like mind blowing on how expensive everything is. And there are some people that I know on this app that I didn't know they had like the save. I think it's a Save Act. I don't know, but her loans got denied. Like she can't. It's some program that they had for her to pay off her loans, her school loans, and it got taken away.
So we were originally part of that, and then it was when Trump took over that they got rid of that. It was they had different levels to repay your loans off, like income driven and all that. And it was his second term. This term here is when they got rid of it, when McMahon took over Department of Education.
A1, not AI, A1.
Yes, A1 learning in our elementary
A1.
schools.
And the sad thing about with this young lady is that she only had 1 year to go. She had 1 more year to go, and to have that taken off from underneath her, it was a damper. It was a damper. We have Ace. Ace is in Missouri. She's a social studies teacher, and she didn't know that you are you. I was like, yes, this is him. He's running in your state.
I am me. Yes.
So we're gonna run. So if you have any questions about education, please come up. Please come up and ask Mr. Levine. He does not bite because his wife got that magnificent bookshelf behind him. Yep, right there. So he's gonna behave himself because he does not want that bookshelf to come to life and just smash him. So
like Harry Potter.
Exactly. So Ace, I want you to come up, please, because Ace, come on up, please. I know I shouldn't force you, but come on up, Ace. Yes, you can put in the chat too if you're too shy. But come on, request up and ask your questions. You do not have to be from Missouri to ask him a question, because we didn't know what everybody is doing in the state. It's not isolated states anymore. We all in this fight together, believe it or not. And we need to make sure everybody is good. Let me see. Did she leave? Yeah, she must have left. Oh, okay. So she's in her spaceship, so she came. Yeah, she's in a spaceship. She has spaceship. But when you dock, please come on up, because I know you got questions for them. All right, so we're gonna run up to healthcare, which is one of my favorite subjects. I used to work at the VA for 8 years. Unfortunately, I got doged. I used to work as a telehealth clinical technician. Then I went to HR. Then I went to medical record technician. And I love taking care of our veterans. Since I am a veteran myself, my husband is a veteran, and I have veteran relatives who are in the service as well. And I love working in that healthcare sector for veterans, making sure they get what they need and everything. So your aim is to strengthen the insurance marketplace, expand financial assistance, and address affordability issues. So what specific changes would lower premiums for families in Missouri 6th District would get?
Well, with the passing of the OBB, a lot of the rural hospitals are closing, and so that's actually increasing our affordability. It's increasing our premiums because they
So
can
what's
do that now.
OBB again? Can you
The one big beautiful bill.
Oh, wow. Okay, I call it the BBL. I call it the big beautiful lie. So okay.
Yeah, that too. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yes, the one big beautiful deficit is what we're going to have. But yeah, with the passing of that, our rural hospitals are closing because they can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have all the hospitals closing, your premiums increase. And so with my family, we're having trouble conceiving, and Trump was saying that he's going to be the father of IVF.
God,
I've yet to see that.
Dr. Kevorkian. I mean, well, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
But yeah.
So yeah, I've yet to see that, and I'm still waiting to be able to afford doing any type of treatments.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to work with insurance companies and see, how can we lower our premiums for everybody while allowing them to still make the money? Because they want to make money. That's why they're increasing everything. Mm-hmm. And then premiums, I think they're going up year after year after year.
Are you sure? Is it every week after week after week? It's a struggle out here, Ms. Levine. It is a struggle.
It's tough out here too. My work keeps changing insurance companies year after year to find the best rates for everybody. But my work doesn't, cover treatments. They only cover after you get pregnant or have a kid. It's like, well, that doesn't help to actually conceive, which,
wow.
Yeah.
Let's reverse. Ain't it? Like, what? Okay, so we're going to stay on that point. So my next question after that is, how would expanding tax credits work, and who will qualify for that help?
Expanding tax credits, that should be, I think the tax credit should go to the working class, the middle class. What they're doing is they're giving the tax credits and the tax breaks to the wealthy, which they don't need it. They can afford anything that they really want. And so who really needs it is us, the lower class, the middle class, the ones that actually contribute to the economy. And so using my accounting background, I would flip the percentage and have the wealthy pay their fair share, so that we're all contributing fairly, equally, and then the tax breaks go to the working class, the middle class, the lower class, so that the money comes back in our pockets, which we put in back into the economy.
So since you did that beautiful math, why they can't get it? Like, I feel like this is the analogy I get from that, is that they see this beautiful plate of spaghetti. It's beautiful. They
Mm-hmm.
eating, and it's like, man, I can't stop eating because it's so good. It's eating. And then the person across from you is like, dude, you're gonna pass the plate of spaghetti because I want some spaghetti too. Yeah, in a minute, hold on. So it's just too good. I can't stop. And they just keep going. And the guy's like, dude, like, can you share the spaghetti? Like, there's more coming in. Like, I guarantee you, the plate is gonna pass right on around. No. I gotta keep eating. I just gotta. It just tastes so good. Like, that's what I get from the rich, from the rich side. Like, dude, how much can you contain? Like, you about to bust.
Exactly. That's the best analogy ever.
You can use that. Just give me 1%. No, I'm just joking. You go ahead and use it. But that's what I get when I see on TV. Thank you for the gifts. Yes, continue to gift. The host, Mr. Levine here is running for Congress. Continue to do that. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's just what I see. It's like, it's gluttony. It's this one of the 7 sins. It's just
it's greed.
Gluttony. But they want 10 commandments in the school. So I mean, how does that even work? How does that work? How does that work?
I wish I could tell you. It's when a light bulb clicks, right? We get great ideas, and then when we put it in their face, they're like, no, that's not gonna work. Really? I mean, I think it worked with Bill Clinton. We had a surplus.
Right. Yes. But see, this is the thing, Ms. Levine, they show, but the thing is with the religious thing and all this other stuff, it's like, you want the 10 commandments, you want this and that and third. But you're committing this one deadly sin, which is called gluttony. Like, come on. And then...
But they put blinders on.
Yes.
When it's good for them, they put blinders on. They don't see the bad.
Right.
Everybody else who it affects sees the bad.
Exactly. I'm gonna give you another analogy on top of that you can use. You got blinders on. It's saying that something's happening. Where? I can't see. I can only see right here. When over there onto the right, I still can't see what's going on over there. The blinders is long. I mean, it's like a long tunnel. The blinders itself is knocking people over. They're saying, "Oh no, it don't even exist." It's like, oh, I'm standing here, and the blinder knock him over. Oh, I don't see you. I don't see you. You're not standing there. So I'm gonna go right back over here. That's what I mean, I wish people would have woke up last year, the year before that, in November 2024, and been like, no, because I want my health care. I want my education. I want my kids to be fed. I want to have a job that pays well. I want, these things. I want, just in case if with the ABs that's going on. What is your take about with ABs? And I know there are different types of ABs. I'm trying to get people to understand. There are different types of ABs. Not everything is like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go into Planned Parenthood and here, whoop. Okay, I'm gonna go back out there and have fun and come back in there and whoop. No, it's not like that. People's body is different. I had me and my husband, we had 3 miscarriages. And the second one happened to be a DNC. They had to get it out. So, and we actually seen them doing that. So that was like one of the most horrific things that we ever seen. So I get it, when people that need that help, because if not, I would not be here. I wouldn't. So what is your take on AB, women's reproductive, like women's rights in healthcare and human rights in healthcare? What I mean by human rights is that you have T groups who are going through, the change, and, that's their choice to change. So what is your take on those 3? If you can take as much time as you want. I just want your take as Mr. Levine on what you think on it, because it's a serious issue. Because people think that, oh, well, if he's a man and he's going at a woman, people go in there to go do their thing, wipe, wash their hands, and go on about their business. So what is your take on those various serious issues I just mentioned in healthcare? You can take as much time as you want. Go right ahead.
Well, for let's start with the female reproductive rights, right? I'm a male. I have no say on what you do with your own body. That should be left up to you and your husband, you know, talk it out, right? I government shouldn't have a say in controlling other people. I'm a male. I can only control myself, right? And so if they want to go get an abortion, that's their right. That's their God-given right.
That's an AB because TikTok does not like it. You can cuss as much as you want in the world, but you cannot mention about the abort. You can't mention about the. You gotta say pew pew. You can't mention you know. You gotta talk like you're talking to. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so if they want to go and get an AB, then that's their right, and we should not have a say in controlling them. What was the other one?
So you talk about women's rights.
You were just the T rights.
Yes.
And so I have friends that are part of that community, and if they want to do that, that's between them, the medical community, that's between them, their doctor, their family, right? Once again, we shouldn't have a say in controlling them. Now, I don't see it happening in elementary schools, is what the Republicans say. The R say is, you know, they're going to school one day and they're transitioning at school. I'm like, no, that's not really happening. Right? I'm sorry, right? Not happening. You're in dream world,
right?
So if they're wanting to transition, that's between them, their doctor, the medical community. Let the medical community decide that. Don't have it be on the government. The government right now is overstepping. They're putting their fingers in the cookie jar that doesn't need to be there.
Absolutely. We have another one here, Nookie. This is Mr. Levine. Nookie is also in Missouri. If you want to come up and ask him questions, come on up. Because Missouri, to me, is one of the most eye-opening states. Especially, and I know we're going off the subject just a little bit here, but I know the NAACP put out a warning about people of color who are, you know, going through certain areas of Missouri. So that had me like, I'm like, wow, they still doing that, you know? And what is your take on that?
On the NAACP?
And with them giving them the warning of traveling, like they're, you know, be careful, you know, giving advisory traveling in different areas of Missouri. I forgot.
Yeah, what, so I don't remember when exactly, but there was sightings of the government being around, patrolling, you know, busting in doors, kidnapping people, deporting people. I don't appreciate it, right? Yes, do we need some sort of reform? Absolutely. But kidnapping people? That's not the way to go about doing it. And giving the warning is just
what do they get out of kidnapping? What do they get out of kidnapping people?
I wish I could tell you. Why they're doing it, I don't know. But putting out a warning is putting more fear, I think. Yes, should they be aware? Yes, but you got to do it. Yeah, everything has to be done the right way.
Absolutely, I totally agree. One more question about we're gonna go right back on track here. With hospitals are closing, as you mentioned, all across the state, and in some parts of the 6th district. So families are driving anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour, which is ridiculous, just to find a hospital, just find a hospital bed. So would you support direct federal funding to struggling hospitals? And if so, how would it get distributed?
So yeah, so there are 21 rural hospitals that have closed, 12 more at risk of closing due to the
God.
one big beautiful lie. And like you said, you could go from let's say Macon County and have to drive 45 minutes to the nearest hospital. That's one, not safe, because how long is that going to take an ambulance to get to you, or you drive yourself? So it's not absolutely not safe. If you want to start a family, you can't, because you're going to be delivering a baby on the side of the highway.
That's freaking crazy.
So I would support federal funding, distribute it across the counties. So not one hospital is getting more. The one that's getting more is obviously the bigger hospitals, but every hospital deserves funding. That way they don't close, and that way you're not driving 45 minutes, you're maybe driving 15 minutes.
So it seems like they're I don't want to call them mom and pop hospitals, but like clinics and community-based outpatient centers and places like that, not like this big huge general hospital, because every county is different.
Yep.
Some of them are rural, some of them in the urban area, and it depends on what kind of care they can give out. And it's not fair, especially to the elderly people.
Right.
Like, come on. They'd be on the brink of unaliving. Like, come on, I'm just being real, Mr. Levine. I'm just being real. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm just being real. 40 minutes. Is he going to stay alive? Is he or she going to stay alive till then? Come on.
Right. And those types of folks can't wait for an ambulance to get there. They may not have the time, as you put it. And I know one of my friends has to take care of his mother, but if something happens, they have to call the ambulance. They can't drive that. They don't have a car to drive. So it's like, well, if you lived out in central North Missouri, you're gonna have to cross your fingers and pray.
Jeez.
And you shouldn't have to do that.
Exactly. You shouldn't. It's like playing Russian roulette with your life, and you don't know if
But they say that they're the party of life.
Right. You're absolutely right. And it goes right back to...
But they're taking all the funding.
Right. Just like they don't want women to have ABs, but you want these elderly people to live out here like 90 minutes away, and they croak. So, I mean...
Right.
Pro-life, I mean...
I mean, I don't want to bring it up, but you don't want them to have the ABs because, they're children. But you allow people to get guns and go into schools and kill those children. Like,
right. Pew-pew and unaliving. Put food in the chat. Right.
It's like, make up your mind.
Absolutely. It's really mind-boggling to me. And when they say, the American people, like, what American people are you talking to that want this crazy stuff? I want to know who they are. Tell me and show me who they are. Who are these American people that want this? Well, the American people told me, well, where are they? Because I sure can't find them. Where are they? Yes.
Right.
So for the GUN word, Ms. Levine, just say pew pew. Or you want to say the NUKE word, to say spicy boom booms, you gotta just TikTok does not
I
like
was like, and
those type. You know, they don't like regular words. Now you can cuss as far as the cows come home. You can cuss as much as you want. I'm serious. You can, you can cuss as much as you want, but there are certain words that we cannot use on TikTok because you know who's in charge of this app now.
I am. Yeah.
So, what incentives can be offered to prevent workforce shortages and increase more doctors and nurses in rural areas?
So I know he is retired, but he tried to put in a like an internship program with local colleges so that doctors are homegrown. And I mean that's a great idea. But then he votes to close those hospitals. So it's like it's like you want them homegrown, but then they can't find work because you're closing their work. So I feel that internship is a great idea. You know, let students work in clinics, rural hospitals. Let them see what's going on.
But see, Mr. Levine, you brought up a good point on, okay, he initiated homegrown, but you're closing the hospitals. Mm-hmm. And then you got the nerve to say, you need to go out there and work, pick yourself up by the bootstraps. You know, that's what I did. Well, how can I do it the day on hospitals closed? Like, how, I mean, you can't work at a place that you're about to close. It's like, here, there's a job right over there. Oh, it's closed. So now you go. What? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, what American people are they talking about? Where are they?
It's a cult.
Yes.
It's the sea.
It's the sea.
They're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you have any questions about healthcare to Mr. Levine, I am still here. The bookshelf back there has not came alive yet. So he's good. Come up and ask him a couple of questions. If you're too shy, you think the bookshelf's gonna come alive, feel free to put a comment in the chat. We're gonna move on to agriculture. But before we do the agriculture, we're gonna break the ice just a little bit because I need to know more about the political rapid fire of Missouri. So, are you ready, Ms. Levine?
Sure.
Everybody, wherever you are, drum roll, please. Wherever you are. All right. So, is Missouri better off today than 5 years ago? Yes or no?
No. But we're gonna get better. We're gonna get better. That's why I'm running to make it better.
Absolutely. Should Missouri expand Medicaid further or hold the line?
Expand it further.
All right. Are taxes too high, too low, or just right?
Mine are too high. And I'm the working class.
One
we
word.
Need to bring the.
Go ahead. Need to bring the what?
We need to bring the working class and the lower class down and the wealthy up. Then we'll be even.
Exactly.
You gotta balance it out.
In a perfect world, yeah, it can do that, but we need, yes. So one word to describe Jefferson City politics.
One word. Oh boy.
I give you three. I give you
absurd.
3 words.
Jefferson City politics right now is absurd.
So I'm let you elaborate on it. How absurd is it?
So like I said at the beginning, there's a supermajority. And so if no Democrats show up, Republicans can still get things done.
Mm-hmm.
And not last November, but the November of 2024, we voted more than majority for certain things, and the Republicans vetoed because they're in power. And it's just absurd that they don't listen to the people, even though the word representative is in their title. They represent the people, but what they're really doing is representing their special interests, their wealthy friends, their businesses.
Absolutely. That goes right back to another analogy you can use. You out there and you're like, hey, you want the guy from representative of the Republican Party is like, hey, you want a fish? Yeah, here's a fish. No, here's a stone. That's what you need. You need a stone. You don't need a fish. You need a stone. And it's like, no, I need a fish. I'm hungry. No, you need a stone. The stone, yeah, the stone can help you. No, I need a fish. No, you get a stone. So that's what it seems like all over with the representative of this Republican Party. And right back to what I said, I want to know who these American people that they're talking to. I want to know. This made me feel like is Area 51 really what they say it is? Because I want to see. Because I think they're talking to them. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I do not know. But you did. I have one more. Should Missouri go all in on renewable energy or stick with fossil fuels?
How about in the middle?
Hey, elaborate yourself, sir. Elaborate yourself. Come on, let's hear it. Let's go.
Well, fossil fuels and renewable resources, they're all great. We got to cut down the emissions.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I drive an electric car.
Okay.
It saved gas monies. It took the emissions out of the air to cut down the pollution. But there are certain things that we still need fossil fuels for.
Mm-hmm.
So,
such as
not in all natural gas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have gas here for my house for the heat.
I get it.
If I go all electric, my electric bill is going to be through the roof.
Sky high, and then if something happens to the grid, then you SOL.
Right.
Absolutely.
So not entirely renewable resources, like 50-50, maybe 60-40.
I get you, because I brought that up because I know you heard about what the French companies are being paid $1 billion or more to stop renewable energy, to stop eco-friendly energy, just stop, and just use fossil fuel for everything. Like getting rid of the turbine fields, I call it turbine fields. I know it's not what it is, but getting rid of the wind farms, getting rid of that, because they so-called unalive birds. When we start caring about birds. If that's the case, they didn't get these birds off the street down the road here, because so many birds are losing their mind and they are unaliving themselves off of cars, off of trucks, and it take them a week or so to pick it off the ground. So when have we ever been concerned about some dang on birds?
I don't know. I wish I could tell you.
I'm serious. Like, okay, Miss Levine, you're a bird, right? Me and you are a bird. We're flying, we're talking, and everything. And we see this big, huge part of the turbine. And you're like, rah, rah, rah. Like, hey, Matthew, this a thing. Oh, okay, we're going to go around. You know what? You think a bird is actually going to go directly
into it?
Yeah. Like, come on. Like, this is ridiculous. But we have one of my special persons up here, Ayana. I know she come up here to scream at me saying, Denise, you're talking too much. I'll give you my government name. But anyway, it's talking too much. But Miss Ayana, meet Mr. Levine.
Hello, Mr. Levine.
I know you got questions for him. Go right ahead.
Hello.
I have a very important question for Mr. Levine. Mr. Levine, you are running as one of 3 Democrats trying to unseat a Republican in a very red, very white district in Missouri, right? How do you plan on doing this, sir? I would like to hear from you how you are going to do this. And when you go out into the public, you're running, you're talking to people about the issues. What are people saying to you are the most pressing issues? And do you feel as if your incumbent has fulfilled his role in addressing those issues? What can you do differently?
Those are very, very good questions.
That was a lot of questions. I'm sorry.
And I was going to get to that, Ayana.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was impatient. I heard the birds and the noodles. I was impatient.
So the incumbent had decided to retire because he knows we're going to flip it blue. So traveling through District 6, the most pressing issues were healthcare. We talked about the rural hospitals closing. We need to get the funding back to those rural hospitals so that we're not traveling 45 an hour and a half to the closest emergency room or a closest hospital bed that they can get to. And so ambulances aren't, risking the life of their passengers. And we talked about, an old person ready to croak is how she put it.
Yes, that is how Bianca puts things. That's why I love her.
Yes. Very blunt.
He does not mince words.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. But so we're talking about rural hospitals. We're talking about the education. Our education system isn't the best, but it can be better. And it can be better by giving these kids free food, free lunches, free breakfast, because then they're going to boost their learning. Everybody's talking about the test scores and how their test scores are horrible. They're not horrible. They just make it seem horrible because they like to put fear in everybody. And that's how Republicans like to work it.
Pardon me, Mr. Levine, but it seems as if you're proposing doing something that Republicans would be strongly against, and that is giving more of the government resources to poor people. But not even poor people. You want to give everybody food, I'm assuming. Everybody, all the kids in school should have free breakfast, free lunch, whatever the case. Republicans don't like that. They don't. Even if it benefits their own children, right?
Correct.
They also want more of their kids to be in private schools where the curriculum is more controlled by either a religious organization or more of an elite private atmosphere. So they feel as if maybe if their kids would not use those resources. So why should they pay for it for other children? They'll take vouchers for schools, but you want to give kids, you want to use our tax money to pay for people to have food? No way. How are you going to convince these Republicans to say yes to this? And it's more than just appealing to their good nature, their morals, because frankly, that's not going to work. They have to dig too deep for that. How are you going to do that? I'm serious.
I mean, you're it's very true. I wish they had the morals that most people have. Because working in education, I see it. I see how these kids struggle to stay awake sometimes.
Yeah.
And then after lunch, they're bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
It's like giving them something that they may not be able to get outside of school is beneficial to everybody.
Yeah, it during
And,
during the panini, as we call it, the big germ of 2020, when Biden Harris came into power, the U.S. government essentially cured childhood hunger in the U.S. because all children were receiving meals in school. Even if they were
right.
at home, they could
Hmm.
go to a central location and receive food. So everybody was
Yep.
eating, or at least meeting the minimum nutrition requirements. That is a net benefit, not only to the education system, but to our overall economy. I don't know
Correct. Yep.
how Republicans don't see that. I don't have an easy time working when I'm hungry. I just finished Ramadan and it was a struggle. You can't eat during the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to take a nap. It's not easy for adults. As sure as heck can be easy for kids, but there has to be some business interest in it for Republicans or they're not going to say yes to it.
And that's seems to be everything. Is if it's a business interest, a wealthy interest for them, then they'll do it. But if it's for the poor or for the lower class, even the middle class, they're like meh. But it's because they have blinders on.
So how
They
could
don't
you
see the benefit.
Yeah, so how could you frame that as a business interest? Do you think? Is that something you think about?
Well, so where are these lunches coming from? Well, they're coming from businesses. So we're actually giving businesses more money to distribute the food out. We don't just snap our fingers and the meal appears in front of us.
Right.
That'd be kind of cool, but but that there's the business aspect is we are giving businesses more money, distribute the food, and if they want vouchers for private school, give vouchers to public school too. It's got to be fair across the board. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to get rid of public school altogether.
Yeah.
And I hate to use the word, it's unfair.
It is unfair. It is absolutely unfair because that's where education in America started. It started in these public schools where everybody would be corralled into just one little classroom. So how they have it on Little House on the Prairie is kind of dramatic, but yeah, it was kind of like that. Everybody was crowded into one little room and they were all learning the same thing, but it was a public school. If you were new in
Right.
town, you just pull up to the school and start your schooling.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm like, I agree with you. The food doesn't appear out of nowhere. You could even get local businesses involved in creating a meal plan and meals for the children. Like that would be something of benefit to the local economy as well as to the children's education. So,
Right.
but that's yeah. That's all I wanted to know.
Are you sure, Ian? You want to stay up on a panel with me?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I too am a moderator here. This is just our witty banter, Mr. Levine. Just our witty banter.
Gotta have fun with it.
But no, you could drop me, Sianka.
Thank you, Ayana.
Bye.
She's awesome. For Josh, yes, life is unfair. However, when kids are involved, you would do your damnedest. I'm sorry to say that, but you would do something to move heaven and earth and make sure children are being taken care of. You would make sure that your parents are being taken care of. You would make sure elderly people are being taken care of. You would make sure your wife or your significant other is being taken care of. You will make sure your pets are being taken care of. You will make sure of it. So, yes, life is
I
not
may
fair,
not
but
have kids of my own, but I have 3 nieces that live here. I have a nephew and a niece that lives in Florida. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats. I will move heaven and earth to make sure that, they get what they deserve.
exactly.
And they deserve to be fed.
Exactly. We have another Missourian here. Mr. Nookie, how you doing, Michael? This is Mr.
It's
Levine. Mr.
Missouri.
Levine. This is Michael. Look, here you go.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
So is it Missouri or Missouri? That's the start.
I've heard both.
See, that was
My
not the
my
answer I was looking
my
for.
close
Be
friends
easy with
call it
him.
Missouri.
Right, perfect. So my question is, as when you get to this office, as Missouri have seen a rise, well, not even a rise, as Missouri has moved closer to Tornado Alley in the last several years, and we have seen the rise in natural disasters that have happened here, how would you work to stabilize the funding that is currently at FEMA and increase that funding so that people can get to at least some sense of normalcy after a national disaster?
You were asking about funding of FEMA, correct? Sorry, I could barely hear you a little bit.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
Is this better now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can go. I can hear you.
Yeah, so my question is, how would you, once you get to this position,
Yep.
how would you protect the funding in FEMA and even increase it as we have seen natural disasters increase across the nation?
Great question. And right now, FEMA is tied in with the DHS, which is unfortunate because if anybody doesn't want something in DHS to be funded, the whole thing gets shut down. So we need to separate different sections because I feel FEMA should be funded. I feel TSA, Homeland Security should be funded, even if it's separate from ICE and CBP. We have just one lump organization, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be separate so that certain programs that need it, like FEMA, gets funded even if others don't. And right now, like, we had that huge tornado that happened in St. Louis, and it took forever for FEMA to get funded for it. That shouldn't happen. If we have a natural disaster, FEMA should be funded, and that money should be there within hours to help rebuild the community.
And as a person that's running to represent Missouri, what do you feel is the one thing that the federal government is lacking in support for Missourians?
Let's see if I can pick just one.
I mean, you can pick. You can say a couple.
Yeah, I mean, they're lacking in helping fund our education program throughout the state, not just in my district, but throughout the state. They're lacking in funding for hospitals, again, throughout the state, not just in my district. And the infrastructure here, the roads are, I can drive 10 minutes down the road and I'm getting stuck with potholes left and right because they don't want to fix the roads. But instead, they're building a rotary by the airport for no reason. So what they're doing is they're prioritizing things that we don't need over things that we do need.
Okay.
And so I want funding to go towards the hospitals. I want funding to go towards public schools. And I want funding to go to actually fixing our roads, our sidewalks, and our highways.
All right, and then last question: how would you work with your your co-workers in the other districts of Missouri to bring money for infrastructure, money for jobs, and most important, money for education, because I believe that every state that funds education at the highest level reap the biggest benefit in every aspect of industry.
So great question. And I do believe in, reaching across the aisle. I believe in working bipartisanly to have a great coalition. We all know, so everybody in Missouri wants the best for Missouri, or we think we do. I can't, talk for across the aisle over there, because obviously we see what's going on in Jefferson City. But we know what is best for our state. And we want what's best for our state. And that's what I'm going to try and get through to them, reach across the aisle and be like, we need this done. Let's get this done. Let's help Missouri be the state that we know it can be. Our state motto is the show me state. Well, right now you're showing me that, one party's better than the other, which it's not. Or it shouldn't be. We should work together, be one group, be one coalition of representatives and represent our state, our people.
I'm just going to translate that last bit for y'all. He said one band, one sound. If you know the reference, you know the reference, okay? Thank you guys for having me. You go ahead and drop me down.
Thanks, Nikki. So the things, and by that conversation you had with Nikki, I'm like, wow, so you got pothole problems? The same here. We're supposed to be getting this stupid rotary as well. I hate rotaries. I hate roundabouts. There, I said it. I hate them. I don't like them.
What they did was they took out a stoplight and put in a rotary or roundabout. Whatever you guys call it. Some call it rotary, some call it roundabouts. But it's taking forever for them to complete it. And it's like, you had this great plan of putting this in. They said it was going to be done by mid-December. It is now April and it's still not done. and I have to go through it to go to work, and I'm just like, they should have just left the light. The light was just so much easier to get through.
I'm telling you, such is life, man. It's just ridiculous. Ace had a question. She wanted to ask. She said, as a federal representative, what specific policies would you support to ensure rural students get the same quality of tech and extracurricular as those in the suburbs?
What was her question? Where?
Oh, she emailed this to me.
Oh.
Because she's in her spaceship, so yeah. You want to hear it again?
Yeah, repeat it again
okay.
For me, please.
So her point is, many towns in the 6th district are seeing school consolidations or 4-day school weeks due to budget cuts and teacher shortages. So she wants to know, as a federal representative, what specific policies would you support to ensure rural students get the same quality of tech and extracurriculars as those in the suburbs?
So that is a great point. With some school districts voting on going to a 4-day week because of, like you said, teacher shortages, and the teacher shortages are mostly due to teacher pay. And as an educator, I can tell you the pay is not great. Just putting it out there. For what we educators deal with day in, day out, we have to bring the work home. So we're not, school doesn't end at 4:00 for teachers.
Right.
And so as a federal employee, a federal congressman, we need to ensure that the funding goes across the board. You know, I have no problem with a 4-day school week. You know, when I hit Wednesday, I'm cooked.
I bet so.
So one more day, Wednesday can be my Friday. There we go. No, but we need it so that everybody learns. Not everybody learns at the same pace, and not everybody teaches the same way. Not everybody learns the same way. And so what we need, so the curriculum is done by the states. It's not done by the Board of Education and government, as some people think, aka our A1 sauce lady. What we need is a program that goes across the board. I'll be working on stuff for school until probably... Yeah, exactly. See, working on stuff for school until 10, 11 o'clock at night. Some pull all-nighters.
Yeah.
My brother's a math teacher in Hawaii, and I'm sure he pulls all-nighters every once in a while, or at least he calls me. So, teachers don't go home, kick up their feet, have wine, relax. No, they go home, they're grading papers, they're grading test scores, they're coming up with a new lesson plan for the next day. It does not end at 4 o'clock. And our funding needs to show that, so that the teachers get paid what they deserve. And so we need the Board of Education's funding that goes to the state to include that. So it's not just, it includes students and kids with special needs, but it also needs to include teachers, so teachers can increase their pay. They got to get paid what they deserve, because they are the backbone of our education program.
Absolutely. She also has this other question. Well, I think you already answered it, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So education has become highly polarized. So how do you plan to protect the academic freedom of Missouri teachers while also ensuring that parents in more conservative parts of the 6th District feel their voices are heard in the public school system?
Everybody's voice should be heard. You know, right now, our friends across the aisle are drowning out the voices of people. And it's really sad, but everybody's voice needs to be heard. And that is my goal. My goal is to go around, listen, hear their voice, and bring their voice to Washington. That I'm the man of the people. All right, and teachers, students, rural, suburban, doesn't matter where you live, everybody deserves the same kind of education, whether it be private or public school. You should be learning, you know, basic math, basic science, basic grammar, basic writing. It shouldn't differentiate based off of public or private school. And so when you go to a rural family and they're like, well, we want this in our education system. Great. You deserve that in your education system. And then if you go to a suburban and they want something completely different, okay. Everybody deserves to have their voice heard, brought to the table, and what's best for the kids is what we should have in our education.
Amen.
Because the kids are our future. The teachers are the ones molding them, and they're our future. They're gonna be the ones that are gonna go work the farms if they live on a farm. They're gonna go work in a tall business building and become CPAs or something. They're gonna go to the moon. They're gonna work for NASA.
Absolutely.
I see in these kids in the elementary school have the biggest dreams, and I'm like, shoot for the stars.
Absolutely. I totally
And if
agree.
we tell them that you can't do it, then we are failing them.
Amen. Absolutely. And there's a question that was earlier ago. Thoughts on the current partial government shutdown?
I gotta.
If it's
Thoughts
too,
on
if,
the-
if it's too much of prep, I understand because I know you work with TSA.
Yes. So there are some great thoughts on both sides. I feel like they need to come to an agreement. And the last one that passed in the Senate was great. And it went to the House, and the House said no. So, in my opinion, it's lasted too long, but nothing I can do about it now. But come November, I can do something about it. Hopefully, it doesn't last till November.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope it don't last till November because I know I'm reading in your bio, you're in TSA, and I'm like, wow, I need to ask him. I'm glad that Blessings asked about it. She's like, oh, I didn't know, my bad. Yeah, it's cool. Nookie wants to know what grades you teach.
So working with kids with special needs, it's a range. The group that we have is kindergarten to 2nd grade.
I bet they are adorable. I know they're a handful, but I bet they are adorable. Oh my goodness. They are such kids with special needs. They're like Marvel characters. And what I mean by Marvel characters, they have special powers.
Yes,
And
they do.
they will light up your freaking life. They will light up your freaking life. I'm telling you. So we're gonna head on to agriculture. So I'm gonna do one question because I know we ran out of time. So farmers are facing rising costs, fuel, fertilizer, equipment. What federal actions would you take to reduce those costs? And how do you address inflation without harming farmers already on thin margins?
Great question. And what I would do is not outsource anymore. Like the soybeans going to Argentina. Well, that hurts our soybean farmers here.
Yep.
I feel homegrown. He talks about America first, right? But then he outsources to China for hogs, Argentina for soybeans. What happened to here? What happened to our homegrown farmers? And so, and the tariffs. Don't even get me started on the tariffs.
Go ahead with the tariff. Go ahead.
That is also hurting our farmers and our local businesses. Because unlike what he thinks, we pay the tax. And so,
yes,
what we need is homegrown. Have the farmers, do the work. Farmers are a business. They're the ones that are gonna boost our economy here.
absolutely.
And like when I went to Lane County, they were talking about the hog farms and the hog farms being outsourced to China. China was in control of one of the biggest hog farms, and it's like that I didn't know until I got there. And then I saw the building, and I was like, huh, interesting. And it's like, why are we outsourcing when we can do everything here?
Absolutely.
And doing it homegrown will lower the inflation.
Like we said before, this is like some Stranger Things upside down world that we are living in. And we're going to go into some fun rapid fire questions. Let's see here. So here we go. Oh, there we go. Kansas City barbecue. Okay, you got some Missourians in the chat. All right, you on your own on this one. I can't save you. Okay, so Kansas City barbecue or St. Louis style ribs.
Kansas City barbecue.
Okay, Nikki, you heard that? Okay. Chiefs or Cardinals? Chiefs or Cardinals?
Ooh. Oh boy.
Be careful.
See,
Tread softly.
I'm sorry, but I'm a baseball person. I'm
Okay.
baseball at heart, so I got to go Cardinals if those are my two choices.
Lake of the Ozarks or Branson Weekend?
That's a good one too. I'm gonna go Branson Weekend.
Okay. Let's see. What's one Missouri stereotype that annoys you?
None. Nothing annoys me. That I'm pretty chill.
I see that you are very reserved. This is how my husband is. My husband is very reserved, and that's why I hate trying to get him gifts. Because it's like, I don't know. I mean, whatever. You know, it's like, yeah.
What do you want for dinner? I don't know. I don't care.
Right. See, so you know. All right, sweet tea or soda?
Sweet tea.
All right, you got my vote because I love some sweet tea. I love some sweet tea. So, what song represents Missouri right now?
What song?
Yeah, your song.
Oh, I just posted this the other day, or it might have been last night. It's Michael Jackson's song about that they're not listening to us.
There you go. There you go, people. He said it through his mouth. And we're going to, I had one more session to do, but we can, if you come back some other time later on. When is your primary? When is your primary?
August 4th.
August 4th. Okay. So, people in District 6, Matthew Levine, primary, August 4th.
Yes. First
right?
Tuesday.
August 4th. Be there. Do not be square. I swear to goodness. Be there. Don't be square. All right. So do you want to add some where people can contact you, donate to your campaign? You want to tell them how they can...
Penny Pinoy Michael Jackson, they don't care about us.
They don't care about us. Yes. I would thought you was going to say myself. I don't know if that's one, but yes.
Yes.
He's your manager. He's awesome. Keep him.
Yes.
Keep him.
Absolutely.
So how can people reach you?
You asked about can reach me. They can reach me on Facebook at LevineforCongress, just how it's spelled, or my website, which is Levine4Congress.com. Here on TikTok, Instagram, everything is Levine for Congress. And then, just email me, LevineforCongress@gmail.com.
Absolutely. I have this one question I have to ask is, voters often say they feel disconnected from their representatives. How will you keep yourself accountable to the people in your district? And what commitments can you make today about transparency, accessibility, and regular communication with your constituents?
So that's the one thing about me is, I said it before, I'm a man of the people, and the word representative is going to be in the title, and I'm going to represent every single one of my constituents here in District 6. So I'm going to be traveling from Kansas City to Maryville, all the way over to north of St. Louis where Hannibal is. You know, if you want to get a hold of me, you're going to get a hold of me. And I respond to my emails either that afternoon, that night, or the next day. I'm very responsive because I'm representing each individual person. And so when you think your voice isn't heard now, just wait till you get me in office, because you're not gonna be able to get rid of me. I'll be talking a storm. You'll be like, oh, this is completely different than No Show Sam Graves. Because you're gonna be able to get a hold of me and be like, oh, okay, so this is what a representative feels like. Yeah, because that's what a representative should do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for answering that question. I wish we had more time. It was a pleasure speaking with you, Matthew Levine. I'm telling y'all, August 4th, District 6, vote. Make sure you are registered to vote.
Yes, absolutely.
Please. You can go on, I think it's vote.org, or you can call your local voting area.
Mm-hmm.
See if you are registered, because there are a lot of craziness going on.
Yes, a lot of craziness going on. Some people are saying that their registration is gone, and I'm like, that shouldn't be happening.
Right. Do y'all have early voting too, right?
Yes.
Go vote early. Get it done. Don't wait until that day too, because you see what happened in Texas. Mm-hmm. Please go out there and vote. Please do that. And just remember that our vote counts is more than a name. It's a promise, a movement, and a rallying cry for democracy. Together, we are shaping the future, people, one informed vote at a time. All right? So remember, your vote is your power. We have another town hall coming up. Don't go nowhere. Mr. Levine, don't go nowhere. This is what happening later on. So you and your manager, whoever your followers, can come stay the night. We're having another town hall tonight at 8 with Miss Ruth Fortune. She is running for Connecticut U.S. House Representative in District 1. Please come. If you can stay, please do that. And we also have other town halls. Tomorrow, we are booked this whole week. We have a doubleheader tomorrow as well. And we also have a round table coming up. We have it every other Sunday. Our team will reach out to you, because I feel by this discussion, this conversation, it needs to be had. And you're very reserved, you're very cool, and you on point, and you're very careful with your words in a way where you want people to hear exactly what you're saying. Mm-hmm, you know, you're not putting sugar on doo-doo. You know, you actually just saying what it is. So right here, we have round table on March 29th. We just had one. We're having one again on the 12th of April and April 26th. All right. So our people will reach out to you, because I think that you will be awesome, because we have other people who are running at this round table as well. And you may see me again, my annoying face, or somebody else moderating as well. And there are going to be people there that asking questions, you know, that concerns. And y'all can also piggyback off of each other on what your plans can be in your district. All right. And you can join us. Join us on Discord on Our Vote Counts. Please join us there. Look for us. We'll add you in. It's a great cause. Not only a great cause, but it's a great movement as well. And we're having, so Our Vote Counts, we have a thing called moderators like me. You have the host, you have who is hosting this live. You also have researchers. I am one of them. You also have marketing people. You also have graphic designers. You also have, I mean, everything. But if you are interested in hosting and moderating, please feel free. Reach out to OVC and tell them what you're interested in doing, and they can put you in a spot that you are comfortable with. And we are more than welcome to add more to the family. We love doing this. And before you apply, just make sure you love doing what we love to do. And that's reaching out to candidates like Mr. Levine here, having him speak about his campaign. We're giving him a platform to speak out and what his campaign is about. Thank you so much, OVC, for everything. Thank you for hosting. Mr. Levine, it's been a pleasure. Mr. Pino son. Oh God, he got to tell me. What should
Just call him Daryl.
Okay, Daryl. Yeah, put that on there because nobody can pronounce that. So thank you, Daryl. Thank you so much. The management team. Thank your wife for the beautiful bookcase back there. Please move over, Mr. Levine. Let people see the bookcase. And yeah, there you go. Her bookcase. Look at that. Oh wow. Okay. I see you, Miss Levine. All right. Okay, I love that bookcase too. All right. So, any last words, Mr. Levine?
Come out August 4th and let's make a change.
Absolutely. Thank you, Daryl. Hi, Daryl. All right. Thank you, OVC.
Oh, my wife is popping in.
Oh, Miss Levine. Hi. I love the bookshelf.
I can't hear her.
Yeah, I hit the headphones in.
You only have one. Can I use the other one?
Sure.
Okay, now I can hear you, I think.
Hi, Miss Levine. How you doing?
No, I can't.
You still can't?
No.
You should be able to.
Give her your earpiece.
Oh, I got it. No, I got it. I can hear you now.
You didn't close it.
I didn't know you had to close the case to make it work.
Say hi, Miss Levine. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I love the bookcase. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
I have to rush off because we have another town hall at 8. You have an amazing husband. Not that I know that, but I know that by talking to him. Like, I wish you all the best, and I wish everything blessings upon you, and I hope you get this run. I really believe in you. Give the kids our love. We're gonna say goodnight. Remember, people, 8:00 tonight Eastern. We have Miss Ruth Fortune coming up for the next OVC Town Hall. Other than that, peace, God bless, and remember to love